Aquarius, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Aquarius. Oh, sun, moon, and rising sign. Hello. And if you're not Aquarius, it doesn't matter. You want to know why? Because if this showed up in your feed and you're not an Aquarius, then you definitely need to hear this. Because it doesn't happen randomly. You stumble across it right when you need it. And this is where your message begins. And this is why I was so excited for you. Because this is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups means somebody's presenting you with an offer of love or happiness or appreciation. There's abundance and there's healing. Now, it's spilling out into the future, but this is saying it's something that is popping off now, is leading to what happens to be, or could be, a very generous and beautiful situation. So it's popping off all over. This wasn't an Aquarius reading. It would surprise me, but it is. So hold on. Still here. Okay. Aquarius. You're watching. Oh, I love this. I love this. You're walking away from something. You get my point. You're walking away from something and it may be probably hard right now, because there's a sense of you being empty. Right? A sense of, it's like when you're empty, it's hard to walk away from anything. I mean, it may be not hard to make a decision to just like let this be because there's nothing else coming from it. But still, you're empty. You clearly sat in a position or stayed in a place for way too long. So ultimately, what it's saying is good on ya. Very good choice. This is a good decision that you've made because it's leading to happiness. You're making space for something that will fulfill you. So it's time, Aquarius, to take that leap of faith away from what doesn't serve you anymore. And how do you know? And I'll tell you how I know. Because the Eight of Cups feels like this. It feels like I don't care. It feels like apathy. It feels like I just got nothing. I got nothing left. I really got nothing left. That's what it feels like. You'll know you've reached your Ace of Cup stage when you don't even care anymore. It's like when you see your ex out, when you know that you're over them, you're over them when you don't care that they're with somebody else. You barely even noticed they were in the restaurant. Your friend had to say, look who's over there. And you're like, who? And you're staring right at him and you don't even recognize him. Have you ever had that happen to you? This is that's the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups says, I don't care so much. It's almost pushing me away. I'm done. If this is a job, this is legitimately you're silent quitting, right? You've stopped doing any kind of work. You're hoping that you'll get fired and they won't let you go. So you're just finally like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I've gotta move away from the situation. But you've stopped caring so much you don't even have much feeling for it anymore. You're just not into something anymore. And that's okay. Because nothing lasts forever. And not everything lasts forever, right? This is something that has become extraordinarily undesirable and unfulfilling. And so, yes, your choice is to walk away from it. And it may not be the easiest choice, but honestly, it's the best choice because look where it's leading to in the not too distant future. There's a sense of you saying, I know I deserve better than this. And the cards confirming you absolutely do deserve better than this. So get ready to walk away this week because that's what you're going to do. That's your assignment from Spirit, number 1. Number 2, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell because this is the only place that I go live and do free public tarot card readings. So when I do, if you want to get notified, hit that notification bell so that you will get notified. Hit all notifications. That's when you'll get notified when I go live. And if you're looking for a personal reading, I do provide those. Just check out my website. It's the only place you can book with me, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. You can book and schedule right there. Let's move on. We're walking away from something. okay, so you're walking away from something you don't care about because you've been enticed by something that you could. You've been enticed by something that's new, that's fresh, that holds promise, that holds hope. It's almost like you have hope now. And so what God's going to give you as a blessing this week is a sign of hope. Something to hope for. And it may not be that big or bad or even tangible, but it is this little bit of hope. And I want you to follow that light. I want you to follow that spark, because it's going to lead you to, once again, something that is divinely beautiful. If this is a relationship that we're talking about, you're done with one relationship, and because you've already gotten an offer for a new one. And it may not be anything serious at first, but it's enough to entice you away from where you don't belong anymore. And if you belong there, you wouldn't be feeling nothing, right? It's just not the place for you anymore. Let's see what these two cards are. This is the King of Pentacles. Could have something to do with Capricorn masculine. This would be somebody who really has their shit together, who makes a lot of money, who's very responsible, very respected. They control things. They're the boss of something. Could also be a business proposal, right? This could also be oh yeah, but you're selected, you're chosen, and you're going to get a little knock on, come and knock on my door. There's an offer for you. So in other words, the universe is giving you a blessing this week. The universe is giving you the blessing of this thing that you're sick of. It's going to help you get away from it by giving you a reason to get away from it. And it's leading you directly to this beautiful energy of, yes, I'm ready. Like whatever this is, it's had its day. You don't have to wait anymore. There is going to be an offer, and yeah, okay. And this is where your reading begins. Let's grab a moon card. How much more do we need to know? The video just began, so there's clearly a lot. Nope, no moon card, not right now. So what else do you want Aquarius to know? Who is this? Oh, this is victory and success. This is public recognition. Maybe this is somebody who is known, or who is well known but also secretive. How does that work? They're known by the right people. They're celebrated by the right people. They have the right network and connections. This is also maybe a celebration that is kind of private, or really secretly you're extraordinarily happy. But no, this came out as 5 of Cups. Give me a second with this, because we do have Piscean energy here, which means there's a lot of emotion. Guys, this is being able to return home in conquest or victory after a huge disappointment. So, yeah, I think there will always be maybe a little pang in your heart about this didn't work out. There is still a little piece of you at first, at least, that is disappointed. But maybe you don't fully and completely understand it or why it happened. But what I wanted to bring your attention to was the eclipse in both of these cards. That's what's important to me right now, because there's double eclipse here, and we are entering eclipse season. So we have a new moon in Pisces that's coming in a week and a half. So prepare for that. And so between that, maybe 2 new moons from now, so a week and a half out to a month and a half out. Between this time, we've just given you a time frame for how this is all going to play out. If you're watching this video well after it's been uploaded, I'm talking about end of February 2025 and the new moon in Pisces, because that's the next one that's coming up. Pisces season starts actually really soon, if not today. So I just have to look at the calendar. But it's time to let go. There was, it's time to be done with a disappointment. Really, and I think that's why the 8 of Cups showed up. It's not like you didn't feel anything. It's not like if this hadn't affected you. But there's almost a sense of chalking it up to, I can't constantly cry over spilt milk. I can't constantly be in that space. I don't want to be in that space anymore. And ultimately, I don't need to be in that space anymore. There's some shadiness here, certainly, with the moon card. Delusion or distraction. It's almost like God is telling you, don't miss what's ahead of you because of what happened behind you. And I don't think you're going to. I think you're going to see the wisdom in that momentum. There's also a sense here of you being exonerated or celebrated. So whatever this shadiness was, you kind of are the light that comes out of the situation, or are shedding light into the situation. Give me a little bit more information on that for Aquarius, because I think they would like to know. What is that? That never happens. So this was sort of a disappointment or the breakup of a family or an unhappy situation, having to be amongst unhappy people. At a time when everything seemed topsy-turvy. You were really disappointed in a decision. It's almost like there was this twisted justice, or a decision was made, but for the right reasons, but it went all wrong. Catching somebody out on doing some underhanded stuff that ended things or caused a great deal of that something ended or died, completely finished, done. Could be a maternal energy. It's almost the way that I'm seeing this is like, you'll never ever speak to this person again. If this was a person that you're dealing with, this is a situation, this disappointment from the past was through so much shade that it kind of ruined how you could ever look at or see this person again. And they're not going to want to have any contact with you either. They definitely cut ties. This is a situation or a circumstance that there's no chance really or hope for friendship to come out of this situation. This would be you, which is just really making a decision based on facts and information. Yeah, somebody was a total fuckboy here. Somebody was impulsive and selfish, and this was a lesson that you had to learn. This was somebody's arrogance and foolishness, and it's like you'll never ever come near that situation or person again. And I think in some ways, and that's you coming out as yourself, coming out as, oh, I can be myself again. Yeah, you're finally getting out of a really toxic situation. And just reinventing yourself, recreating yourself, or allowing yourself to invest in your own future, but move a lot slower this time. I'll say this to you. What you did come out with was a whole heck of a lot of wisdom, a whole heck of a lot of knowledge, and understanding that moving slower is for the best. You know, slow and steady wins the race, that kind of energy. I'm not rushing into anything anymore, right? You wished for this. You wished for this opportunity. It's almost like it's time to move on, move forward, but you're too smart to be stupid again. I know. And I'm not calling you stupid, but hey, I didn't say it. The universe did. I think it's you kind of thinking of yourself like that, but no need, no reason. I think, hold on. Solitude. So spend a little bit of time alone, especially this week. Take some time to study it or think of it or try to make sense out of whatever this is that happened to you. Okay. Well, what else do they need to know? Maybe you're reading something or finding something out by yourself. Throat chakra. Something needed to be expressed or said. Oh, you'll be able to share or mention the information that you've learned, transformation, getting something off your chest, being able to share your story. Oh, you had to go through this. You're going to share a story. Maybe you're writing a story, but sharing a story, sharing what you went through, or taking this crazy experience and turning it into like a movie or a novel or something, or using it as a creative catalyst for the next phase of your life. That's sort of what it's saying. And it's like, you're going to need to be alone for this, right? You're going to need some alone time to like put this into action or work. That's really cool. It's like you're turning your bad past into your promising future by turning it into some sort of entertainment, or by turning it into just motivation to change things or do things differently. And then time to go, move forward with this. It's time to get going on this. I think, you know, maybe you've been wondering, or you've been stalling on this. That could be what the Knight of Pentacles is about. You could have been stalling on this. Like, I'm not sure. Maybe this is, you know, maybe this is me betraying somebody, or maybe you feel guilty for doing something like this. No, God is saying, do this. This is divine. This is divine inspiration, and you definitely want to be all about this. I'm trying to find, let me get an angel card for you. So, no, you know what? Not an angel card yet. Where are we headed? Where is Aquarius headed as they move out the door or move on from the situation? Where are they headed? And remember, yes, the link to the extended is down below. It's also pinned to the top of the comment sections. And yes, there's always an extended reading, and it's always wonderful. Where are you headed? You could be headed toward You're probably headed maybe away. Actually moving away. We've got the Chariot. So you're definitely heading away from the hardship. You're heading away from this toxic situation. You're headed towards, you're using it as fuel to drive you forward and to move your life forward. So you're definitely headed forward. But can we get a where? I just heard you might be actually moving by Cancerian season. Where? Okay. This could also be that you're moving together with somebody, moving in with somebody, moving into a house, a home that you bought together. You're very happy with the way things have turned out and the way you've handled difficulties and stress and the way that you've been making something work. This is a sense of, it's almost like you're happy solving problems for people. You're somebody who's happy with a little bit of competition, because ultimately it kind of motivates you, and it's like you want to fix these circumstances or answer this derision. You want to create an answer to it, and you're very happy that there is some sort of contentiousness or competition, because it is absolutely motivating you. And ultimately you're going to run into the kit and caboodle. What does that mean? It's like a general term of saying you're going to win the house that you're after, even though a lot of people want it. You know, you're gonna make, what you're doing is making sense out of this craziness. And ultimately, that's why people are celebrating you, because it's hard to understand. But you're able to put this whole situation into a context that a lot of people understand. And that's what you're being called to do, is make this palpable for other people. Help other people understand the how and why of it all, and what comes out on the other side. Let's go to the extended and make more sense out of that. I'll see you guys there.